COVID-19 affecting Holy Week. That's our first subject today on CNN 10. I'm Carl Azus, and we're grateful to have you watching. Easter is this coming weekend on April 12th. It's the most significant holiday for the world's largest religion. More than 31% of the global population is Christian. There are several events leading up to Easter, like Palm Sunday and Good Friday, that make up Holy Week. This Wednesday evening is when the Jewish holiday of Passover begins, and the Muslim holy month of Ramadan starts on April 23rd. But we're living in a historic time when people are being told or ordered not to gather in groups, not to celebrate holy events in the company of others. Many churches have been empty for weeks, voluntarily holding their worship services online instead of in the buildings. Some states have allowed churches to remain open, even with stay-at-home orders in place, and some have banned religious gatherings along with other events. But this has created tension in places like Tampa Bay, Florida, and Baton Rouge, Louisiana, where pastors have been arrested for holding services despite stay-at-home orders. When Baton Rouge's Life Tabernacle Church held services on Sunday for 1,200 people, Louisiana Governor John Bel Edwards said it was, quote, grossly irresponsible, adding that people sitting in close proximity for an hour or more makes the spread of coronavirus more likely. Reverend Tony Spell, who leads the church, says the right to worship freely doesn't come from the government, it comes from God. And his attorney told the Reuters news agency that churchgoers stayed at least 6 feet from each other. While debate continues between those who want to worship together and the advice that people stay apart, the fight continues against coronavirus, and the blood of survivors is being used to help those who are dangerously sick.
The antibody-rich plasma from recovered COVID-19 patients is valuable to hospitals because they can use it to treat current patients who are in dire straits. Here at St. Joseph's Hospital in Orange, one of the only in the West, they found their man, Jason Garcia, 36 years old, recovered from COVID-19. Garcia was going through some tough times of his own. He had been isolated from his family inside his house. He couldn't even pick up his 11-month-old daughter. He was getting served food underneath the door. But once Garcia recovered, they found that they could use him here. He donated his A-positive blood to one person at this hospital who was undergoing some very tough times. They say that patient turned around. Then blood went to a second patient. It will go to a third. And Garcia is ecstatic.
It felt amazing. It felt good. I'm glad that, you know, the nightmare of testing positive and the fear, the dread, to, you know that I recovered, and now that this bad thing can now potentially, you know, my antibodies are there to give to other people and potentially, you know, help them fight the fight that they are having problems with, you know, and pretty much help them fight the fight of their lives and survive. So I'm glad that this turned out to be a positive thing.
So using the blood from somebody who has survived the disease is a long-time strategy, and now the FDA has approved 2 trials of treatments from COVID-19 survivors like Jason, and this is going to be developed in other areas around the country, no doubt. Reporting from Orange, California, I'm Paul Verkaman. Now back to you.
10-second trivia. The pinna, the malleus, and the stapes are all parts of what? An ear, a ship, a drum, or a knee? If you're a mammal, and you are, you have all of these as parts of your ear.
The Half-Helen Foundation is the work of a CNN hero to give free hearing and vision screenings to kids at school. School is shut down, so the group found a workaround, and that's something all CNN heroes have in common. These are ordinary people making extraordinary differences in their communities, and the coronavirus pandemic is just another speed bump that they're getting over.
COVID-19 has been a whirlwind.
I hope everyone is navigating these uncertain times with caution and care.
This pandemic is incredibly challenging for each and every one of us, but it's especially so for those in high poverty communities like the one we serve.
Many of us are working with vulnerable populations, some of which are going to be the hardest hit by this.
We are thinking about the families that we support who have critically ill babies in the neonatal intensive care unit at this time.
We help individuals with neurological mobility impairments stay out of the hospital.
Today, 700 kids will enter foster care, and they need our comfort cases.
Normally, my students access free breakfast and lunch every day at school, but with school closed, we are now responsible for providing these meals.
We had to shut down programming immediately.
Unfortunately, our educational programs are on hold.
Today, I had to shut our doors.
The COVID-19 pandemic has closed our program for several weeks.
That means we're caring for 25 homeless hospice dogs without the help of any volunteers.
It's more than just the physical training that people are missing. It's the social interaction, the craziness, the fun, the laughs we all have together.
And that's why we've implemented a new program that offers free counseling to our clients in need.
Team Rubicon has launched a nationwide Neighbors Helping Neighbors campaign.
Our volunteers are stuck at home and they're creating art and kits and seeing how much excess they have and how much we can share that with others.
We also have a really talented and generous volunteer who has offered to sew face masks for the children and adults living at the largest shelter here in Baltimore County.
We're sharing all these goods and we're doing no face-to-face contact, but porch-to-porch delivery.
Mailing over 100 pairs of prescription glasses to students so that they can continue learning at home.
More than 500,000 pounds of food donated via our platform in the last 5 days alone.
We're providing our students what they need most, which starts with mentoring over the phone and one-on-one calls.
But children with hearing loss, not having a lot of friends, sometimes it's difficult for them to communicate. So we'll be putting together these play dates remotely.
And now more than ever, please, I'm pleading to the internet companies, please provide your service for free for families so these kids can connect to their classrooms and so sick kids cannot feel isolated in the hospitals.
One day the strong will be called on to protect the weak. That's just one of our mottos that we say in the gym. And I always ask the kids, are you going to be ready to step up when it's time for you to step up?
We're not going to stop giving hope and dignity to our youth that are in foster care.
Our kids are doing okay. We're still connecting. We're still communicating.
We're still making it happen. Right now we're busy in the kitchen. Business has not decreased for us, it's actually increased.
We are prepping and planning for what we anticipate will be a vast increase of children in need.
When this outbreak is over, we can open our doors and say to the young people on the west side of Chicago that you have a place where you can be accepted, be pushed to your best selves.
It is harnessing what we have too much of, and what we also have too much of is goodwill, and channeling that into those in need and thereby serving one another.
There are ways for you to serve your community while staying healthy at home.
And this is a moment for all Americans to rise to the occasion by thinking about the greater good rather than themselves.
Level out the curve, but we're not giving up on loving the world and loving each other.
Community is powerful, and kindness is also contagious.
Give a call to a neighbor or a friend, reach out and try to make someone's day a little bit better.
Taking care of each other will last far beyond this COVID epidemic.
Helen Keller said, alone we can do so little, together we can do so much.
And together we'll get through this.
Together, let us make this world a better and healthy place for all of us.
We are going to rebound from this stronger, more connected as one.
Better days are coming.
But hey, hang in there, hunker down, but keep fighting.
Stay safe, stay healthy, stay positive. Much love.
Retired soccer goalkeeper Sepp Meyer is known as the Cat because he has incredible reflexes. But he's got nothing on this cat. Save. 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 Who says being quarantined with a cat is a bad time? Even if you bend it like Beckham, this flying feline's finesse finishes every shot, leaving you speechless like cat's got your tongue. Ronaldo, don't even try it. You Suarez, what could happen? There's just no Rooney for victory when the cat bails across the hallway, Peleing out to claw down every shot till the game is done. His efforts pierce modern and erstwhile strikers, leaving them all in a messy. Okay, forget cats. We've got the coyotes or coyotes of Williston, North Dakota watching today. Hello to everyone at Williston High School. I'm Carl Azus for CNN.